a 12-12 portal reading today for this miracle portal. So taking a deep breath and connect with that inner source of yours so you can know what parts of this reading may still be for you. Now, this is going to be for the chosen ones out there. It's for all signs today. So you could be any zodiac sign. Just take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't for the next person. And at this point, you already know how it goes on our lives. Feel free to say hello in the comments below to me or to your neighbor. Feel free to put any questions or any spiritual topics that you may even have that we can talk about during the tarot reading today, making it a soul tribe gathering and chat along with some tarot readings. And if you would like a personal tarot reading, we're going to be doing the $10 mini tarot readings. Feel free to send it to PayPal or Cash App Goddess Energy 444, or you can Zelle the email let's go home 7777, so 47s at gmail.com. Hello, Dirk. How are you? Feel free to put in the comments below an emoji of a blue heart, of a rose. We're going to be doing a reading for all signs. So it's for the entire collective today, all the chosen ones out there that are aware that we're in a miracle manifestation portal. All right, so just taking a deep breath, connect with that inner source of yours. So that's what we're going to be doing today for this live. As always, if you have any questions, any spiritual topics, feel free to open some conversations in the comments below. And then if you would like, we're going to be doing mini readings. All right. Now we'll jump or dive, with whichever one you want to do. We're going to dive into the reading today. All right, and as soon as I say dive, I see like a mermaid. Yeah, we're going to start the reading. Put a blue heart and a red rose in the comments below so that I know that you're here so we can start the reading. Feel free to put any of your questions or even spiritual topics in the comments below so that we could start a soul tribe chat. All right. Feel free to ask anything manifestation. We're still in the 12-12 portal. So yesterday was 12-12. You may still be feeling it today. Very high vibrational energies. The 12-12 portal is asking you to truly release the old life, those old parts of you. At least for me, this portal, it's almost felt like walking through a portal of a clear quartz crystal, where this portal is just pulling away everything that needs to be released, to be removed, and it's making room for all of your manifestations, okay? So let's see what we have for this miracle portal. Yes, put it in the comments below. Say hello to me in the comments below. Say hello to your neighbor. Feel free to put any questions it is that you may have on manifestation, on the 12-12 portal, or any spiritual topic. Hello, Michelle. Shout out to you. How are you? Blessed morning. We're going to be getting in this reading for all signs, for all the chosen ones. What kind of magic is happening? We're going to start with this deck. What kind of magic is happening for the 12-12 portal, for this miracle portal? Feel free to put in the comments below your manifestation, even your manifestation tips, what it is that you're doing. If you're on our Patreon, we did have a guided meditation and a scripting practice uploaded. All right, for the chosen ones out there, put a blue heart and red rose in the comments below. What do we have for the chosen ones for this miracle portal? What kind of miracles and manifestations are coming in for the chosen ones? Now, as soon as I said that too, what came to mind is, hey, remember that the 12-12 portal, it is also a releasing portal. So it's going to release all the karmic signatures, energies, cords that just no longer serve you, especially since we're in the year of 9. The 12-12 portal is kind of an already final clearing portal where all of those manifestation and really miracle frequencies come in. You're so supported to manifest during this portal. So even if you didn't tap in yesterday, tap in today to the portal. You know, if you can script, if you can just visualize your life, get in those rituals, ask blank when Jesus is coming back. Oh, I thought Jesus was already here. Let's see. There we go. If anyone would like to be a moderator, feel free to be a moderator. Put a red rose in the comments below if you would like to be a moderator. All right. So for the 12-12 portal, remembering that it is manifestation, but it's still a lot of healing. All right. We have the Divine Alchemy card, Inner Strength over here. It's a lot of releasing. It's a lot of alchemy, you know. Let's see, I'm going to the comments. Hello, Mark Charette. How are you? Spiritual Ascension is Divine Mastery 1111. Hello, T-Dog. Is this? I don't know what that means. But sometimes with the comments, I don't know if I should be saying them out loud sometimes. All right, what do we have for the... Oh, Krishna was hiding underneath here. So yes, there's alchemy that you're going through. All right, for some of you, the violet flame can resonate with you. You're just making room. And that's what the 1212 portal is it's making room. Hello, Skibbity. Oh, I know what Skibbity is on Roblox. That's Skibbity. Hi, Robert. How are you? OMG, Pokemon cards. OMG, I would pick some Pokemon cards if I had them. Bethany Bonk. Hello, Grand Awakening, Grand Rising fam. Hello, Vegas. How are you? Feel free to say good morning to myself or to your neighbor in the comments below. We're doing a 1212 manifestation portal reading for the miracle portal. Now, the 1212 portal is all about alchemy, cleansing, clearing, which we're seeing over here. But underneath these cards was Krishna, devotion. And you have your devotions recognized, What some of you need to hear for this 1212 portal, this miracle portal, your devotion is absolutely recognized through all time and through all space. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. All right, so for this miracle portal, you have a spiritual, and I say the word spiritual, but it feels like an unseen miracle that is also taking place here. All right, with all of your hard work, beyond just work in the way that we know of labor. All right, let's see what else we have here. What do we have for this miracle portal, for the 1212 portal? What do we have for the chosen? Oh, resurrection. Yes, we do. All right, resurrection over here. Come back, rebirth, and renewal. And as I see the rainbow, remember I said, I'm seeing something in the spiritual, something in the unseen. Something is manifesting to earth for you. All right, this is from, say, the spiritual realms, from your higher self, from Akashic records. Your devotion to your path, and what's coming through is you're being rewarded for remaining true to your soul mission, your soul path, your truth, whatever that may be, whether it was light or shadow. You're at the end of the tunnel, where it's like, the light at the end of the tunnel. That's what I'm seeing here. The new beginning is letting go with, we healed from and transforming into spiritual self, the spiritual alchemist. Yes, the spiritual alchemist you are. Feel free to put in the comments below if you have any questions as well. Anything you want to say about this 1212 portal. But for this 1212 portal, your devotion is recognized and you are having a resurrection. All right, what do we have for this 1212 portal? For all signs for the chosen ones, what's coming in? These miracles, these manifestations, too many cards. We do have Ascended Master. We have Shiva here. What is coming in for this miracle portal? Words left unsaid. What is coming in for this miracle manifestation portal? Wealth and luxury. So wealth and luxury fell on the floor over here. So an increase of abundance. And as soon as I say that, my bird starts to chirp. All right. And just in general, that's the energy of 1212. If you go look at the community posts that I posted, maybe any other YouTuber has posted, when it comes to chosen ones, tarot, all of that spiritual content, the 1212 portal is a time of upgrading. And I'm hearing the word, let me upgrade you. I love Jesus. I love him so much. Oh my gosh, a witch. Oh no, I'm so scared. If anyone would like to be a comment, let me know. Put a rose in the comments below to let me know you'd like to be a moderator for the chat. What's it called? Yeah, the 1212 portal is all about upgrading all areas of your life. All right. And so the cleansing, the clearing is upgrading your relationships. It's upgrading in wealth and prosperity. I'll grab it over here. We have the wealth and luxury card that fell on the bottom of the deck over here. All right. Let's see what else. We do have call back your energy. What else is coming in for this 1212 portal? What miracles and manifestations are coming in for the chosen ones for this 1212 portal? No action needed. Nope, that's it. Your devotion's recognized. You are being gifted. You're being gifted in general. There are miracles, there are manifestations, there are upgrades coming into your life that the main theme of this reading, you already worked for it. There's no work, no labor. And what I'm hearing is even mentally, emotionally, spiritually, the work is done. We do have the card resurrection here. One of Yeshua, Jesus's final words were, "It is finished." And I have chills as I say that, where it's like, a little bit of like karmic debt paid kind of energy. Josiah, Yukon beat Texas. I'm from Connecticut, so go Yukon. I'm not from Connecticut, but I live in Connecticut right now. So I'm from Connecticut, I guess. Go Yukon. I'm good. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Vegas implant. All right. No action needed. This is coming in to you, for you, by the grace of God, by grace. And that's what I'm hearing. It's a very soft, gentle, just grace, by the grace and compassion of God. And again, no even deities, ascended masters, by the grace of God, of source. Something is coming in for you just because you have worked for it on a soul level. Your devotions recognized. So this is a reading for the 12-12 portal. What miracles and manifestations are coming in for you? Confirmation, yes, it is coming in over here. Wealth and luxury, and so in general. I actually want to know. I want you in the comments to tell me, what does luxury mean to you? Because as soon as I'm reading the word luxury, some people think of Louis Vuitton. They think of, material items and things. There's such thing as cosmic luxury. Luxury is almost like tantric. Luxury is slow. It's soft. It's cool. It's calm. It's collected. And so, we do have wealth and luxury here, but it doesn't necessarily have to be money. Thank you, Leona333, for that gift. That looks so yummy. I actually want to mimic whatever that is. What is that? Hot chocolate, candy cane hot chocolate. That looks so good. Oh, shout out to your little brother, Nick. That's not his name, but that's how I'm going to say it. Nick. Shout out to your brother. God's favor. Yeah. So no action needed. Again, when we speak of luxury, I'm not speaking of physical luxury. Your life is becoming more luxurious after this 12-12 portal. But again, just, being mindful that we're not talking about always material with luxury. Luxury is ease. Luxury is a calm nervous system. Luxury is all of those things. So take luxury of what it means to you. And I actually really do want to know, put it in the comments, what does the luxury mean to you? So say, for example, for me, give me $500. You give me the choice between, say, a brand name something and a spiritual service, which go check out your Venus. If you want to know how to invest, or rather, what area of your life you should invest into that's going to bring an ROI, a return of investment, it would be investing in your Venus, which mine is Pisces. So spiritual stuff, Pisces in the 5th house. So that is the house of Venus. It is spirituality. So that 12th house Neptune aspect. I would spend $500 on a spiritual session before I brought a brand name $500 anything. For me, luxury is not, oh, I spent $500 on this headscarf. For me, luxury is I spent $500 to have a one-on-one so that I couldn't be around anyone else, and the teacher, the guru, the shaman could focus just on me. To me, that's luxury, where it's no, I just spent $1K on a one-on-one mentorship, but not the material things, So when I speak of luxury, I don't think, no matter say what I ever had, past, present, future, it would never look like that. For me, luxury is ease, right? It's having access to things, to people, whatever, situations, services that make your life more at ease, that make your nervous system more comfortable, right? A luxurious nervous system. And so, for some of you, it may be wealth and luxury in ways that are more material because it's reaching the material either way. And then for others of you, this is just an upgrade overall of your life. All right. Jesus is the truth, the way, and the life. Yes, he is. Yeah. I'm Pisces, Leo rising. Oh, my little one's a Leo rising. Not a Pisces, but he's a Pisces sun, but he's a Leo rising too. I love Leo risings. You are all always just so bright. I feel like Leo rising is just a walking smiley face. Even though that, again, rising sign is not necessarily who someone is, Leo risings, they just naturally have an energy that's a light and such, like in a room. Shall I search a new job? We're doing $10 mini readings. Feel free to Cash App or PayPal Goddess Energy 444 for any mini readings. I'm anointed prophet of God. Yes, God's messenger of peace. Yes, it's freedom. Divine alignment. Yes. All right. Yeah, put it in the comments below. What does luxury mean to you? Because guess what? This 12/12 portal, you don't have to do anything. It's just coming in. All right. You have an upgrade coming in. Excuse me for my nasally voice. I have a 6-year-old in elementary school, and I don't know what's going on in this winter season, but it's bringing me some sniffles. Oh, Pisces, you better get ready. We just had to maybe sing it for 2 years straight. And I mean, I laugh with all of you. I love all of you so much. I'm getting ready as long as Saturn's in Pisces. I'm getting ready. Is she capping? Oh, I don't know. I'm getting ready. But we're singing that song, Pisces Collective, as long as that Saturn is in Pisces, which it went back into Pisces. Just go into Aries already. So we can have Saturn off of our backs, in which this Saturn transit, do any Pisces agree? This Saturn transit, I do love Saturn. Me and Saturn are really good friends now, but I mean, you could come out of Pisces now. It's been like 2 years. You could come out of Pisces. But I feel like the song, I'm getting ready, right? That has everything to do, like, you know, we're a Pisces collective. And I'm all signs as well, but I'm talking to the Pisces collective right now. We've been singing that since Saturn went into Pisces. And so truly that song was for Saturn and Pisces. Oh, sugar honey, I see. This Saturn and Pisces is getting my Pisces stellium ready for when Saturn comes out of Pisces, right? Because Pisces, we have Neptune that went direct. So if you have Pisces in your chart, which everyone does, listen up. Feel free to go check where you have Pisces in your chart. Hey, thank you for being here, NY Debs. Feel free to email me. Yes. Blue Rose chat. Pisces, right? So Neptune went direct, which is going to bring you a lot of clarity. And with Saturn, right? So Saturn is, you know, Saturn's in Pisces. Once Saturn is direct, or once Saturn comes out of Pisces, you feel much less of the restriction, etc. So Pisces collective, out of anyone right now, or if you're someone who has a lot of Pisces or prominent Pisces placements, come next Pisces season, that's it. Like the new year, as far as Aries season, because Aries is the true astrology new year. Oh, Pisces, it's like, no, it's over, but over in a good way, where Pisces, you've been through, technically, it's not even 2 years for you Pisces, because we just had the new age of Aquarius in the past 10 years. And so at Pisces as a collective, it's been 200 years, really, you know, and then we're kind of getting this final bang, you know, as like the new age of Aquarius comes in, all these planets coming out of Pisces. You know, it's a lot of alchemy. It has been, I would say, for lifetimes, for all Pisces, you know. However, we're coming into our blessings, right? We're coming out of the old cycles into the new. There's nothing you need to do to receive this wealth and this luxury. Okay, whoever's watching me today, put it in the comments below. All areas of my life are being upgraded. Your devotion is recognized, okay, by the gift of grace and compassion. And all the hard work it is that you've already been doing, this is coming in by the gift of grace. Okay, there's not much that you have to do. Yes, I can't wait for the cycle to end. All right, with all of the Pisces placements in the collective. I'm ready for Pisces to leave the solar system for a minute. Yeah, I think all the Pisces agree. All planets just come out of Pisces. It's been like that for, and again, technically, it's like 200 something years, because we had Pluto come out of Pisces. However, you know, after that, there were other placements in Pisces. So there's definitely something big for the Piscean collective. Thank you for being here. I'm going to get back to the comments over here. We've all had the cooties passed around. Oh, yes, the cooties have been passed to me. It's okay. And honestly, I had the cooties, right? A little nose, sniffly nose a week ago. And then the 12/12 portal, it hit again. So I think it's maybe a balance of maybe some like kid cooties and maybe, it's also, I think sometimes we release mucus and, say like the body, etc., purging out on a cellular level what no longer serves. And grief holds on to old energy. Mucus holds on to grief, old energy, etc. What the heck? I'm just reading a comment that said, what the heck? Yep, put it in the comments below. All areas of my life are upgraded. Upgrading. Oh, but that's already declaring it and commanding it. All areas of my life are already upgraded. Blessed day, Jamaica. All right. So no action needed, wealth and luxury. Your spiritual devotion is recognized. What do we have over here? You're being rewarded for all of your hard work. All right. What do we have for the chosen ones for this miracle portal? What is coming in for the chosen ones for this miracle portal? No action needed, wealth and luxury. No action needed, wealth and luxury. For the chosen ones, why do we have no action needed, wealth and luxury? Yes, put it in the comments below. All areas of my life are upgrading, already upgraded. What do we have for the ancient ones, for the chosen ones, for this miracle portal? On no action needed, wealth and luxury. Ooh, you better get ready. Oh, I forgot we've been getting ready. All right. Okay. But what I'm seeing here, some of you are about to step out. Another one practicing witchcraft. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Let me mute that. There we go. Where are you from? I live in Connecticut. I was born in the Bronx, New York. All areas of my life are upgrading, already upgraded. I love it. I'm doing well. How are you, Skibbity? I am in posture to receive the blessing. I love the way you worded that. I'm going through some sniffles, but we're doing well. A lot of release for the 12/12 portal. Hello, Leona. Ooh, some of you are about to step out. Okay, miracle portal. What is coming in? There's no action needed for this wealth and luxury coming in. Remember, and for those of you who are just joining, put in the comments below, what is luxury to you? We were having a short chat on luxury. What is luxury? Beyond materialism. What does luxury mean to you if it wasn't materialistic? Or maybe it is, but just in general, what does it mean to you? Had it on top chat. Sorry I missed comments. No worries, NY Debs. You are amazing. Am I a shy person? I don't know how to answer that. An East Coaster, awesome. Yes, I'm on the East Coast. I live in Connecticut. Omnipresent love. I love that. I love the way that feels when I read that. Am I a shy person? I am shy for, maybe it's a Pisces thing. I think I can be shy. And then all of a sudden I'm not. And it's like, whoa, where did that come from? I thought that was a shy person. That is no longer a shy person. Have a lovely day, Michelle. All right, let's go over this reading over here. I need to tell you why you're about to pop out. You have Hermit card in reverse with Ace of Pentacles. You're being forced out of the house. Remember, now for the past 6 months, I have, my outfits. I usually do things with decoration and this and that always matches the reading intuitively without even knowing how. However, like this, right? And even just yesterday with the reading, something might happen where you are being like forced out of the house. Okay, you have an opportunity on the way. And so that's why Spirit is saying, hey, get ready, because you may actually have to go out somewhere You may have to go out and meet people. There's some sort of opportunity where even that you can bring some wealth, right? Wealth and luxury over here. Yeah, you have opportunities for wealth and luxury, whether that be some sort of luxurious experience, you know, which again, that's not just material. A luxurious experience could be going to a red light spa, right? Could be going with your friend to red light for, I don't know, 60 minutes of like steaming, right? I don't know, yoni steam. Let's see, things like that, you know, or a nice massage, where it doesn't always have to be something material and what we know of as luxury. So we do have the Fool card over here. Let's get some clarifications. For wealth and luxury and no action needed, why do we have the Fool card? Why the Sun card for wealth, luxury, no action needed? What's key here, and I think that's why it's saying your devotion's recognized, you started with nothing. Ringing in my ear so loud in both ears out of nowhere. You started with nothing, but yeah, as soon as I say that, ringing in both of my ears, not even one. The Fool card with the Five of Pentacles. You know, and that's why there's an overall upgrade in life coming your way. You really started off at, I don't want to say like the bottom, right? You started off in the beginning. Initiate means to begin. And so you started off, you know, at the beginning of some sort of, say, process, at the beginning of a cycle, whatever this is for you. You know, the Fool card only has a knapsack of one pentacle, one sword, one wand, and one cup, and that's it. So whatever this means for you, this could be physically, right? This could be mentally, emotionally. You started from the beginning, from, say, the bottom, right? The beginning of a cycle and rising up. We have the Sun card here with the Magician. You know, this is you happy. This is you in success. This is you having the ability to attract and to create everything it is that you need, that you want over here. That's already in alignment with your soul mission and purpose. All right, now I want to see this past placement here. Why the Five of Pentacles with the Fool card? It could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or even an Aquarius. Why do we have the Five of Pentacles and the Fool card? You could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Who is this King of Wands here? And who is this King of Swords? Yeah, there was a lot of clearing, especially of the mental emotional realm. Clearings in general. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Hello, Elijah. How are you? I had the ringing bad yesterday. Calm down today. Oh yeah, the ringing in the ears has been increased. All of those ascension symptoms. Yeah, I do see you here, you know, starting off a fool's journey, right? So starting off with little to nothing at the bottom, or the beginning of a cycle in some way, shape, or form. You know, this could be the beginning of a healing cycle. It could be working on wealth and finances. We do see over here the Five of Cups. So in general, there was healing, clearing, alchemy. Why the Magician card with the Sun card for no action need? Yeah, there's a brand new cycle coming in. Okay, and so that's, ooh, 10 of Pentacles, baby, over here. So that's what Spirit is saying. There's nothing you have to do to receive this. It's coming in for you. And it's because your devotion's recognized. For some of you, what's coming through is, really for most of you, you were working towards something that you couldn't see. So your devotion's recognized to your future, your goal, your intention, say your soul mission and purpose. And despite not getting results, despite not seeing results, you kept going. And it feels kind of like a Tower card or Knight of Swords, where just one day you're going to start seeing results. And then from there, it keeps going. All right. For me, it's healing my body and still letting. Yeah, for me too. You know, that's why I have like the stuffy nose. I usually get them in portals too. Where it like purges. Pretty nice for my body. What's wealth? Health, efficient communication. Yes. Wealth is also emotional intelligence. Emotions is wealth. Abundance and responsible stewardship of the earth. Yes, exactly. I love that definition. All right. So you have a brand new cycle. And again, there's no action needed. You did the work. You had to get through a cycle. And that has everything to do with the year of 9, right? Closing final karmic cycles. It's getting through it, right? We can't avoid it. We can't cover it up. We can't escape from it, right? Escapism. What's coming through, is you did the work. You faced what you had to face. You went through the difficult time, the release of a person, the release of emotions, the release of material, whatever this was here, you are permanently shifting into a higher timeline. So this is a timeline jump here. All right. Thank you, NY Debs. But yeah, this is a timeline jump over here. It's going to make you very happy. And by the end of this reading, you are being forced out of the house. This has been coming up for the past 2 days in our readings where there's something coming in. The Hermit card in reverse. You're no longer, I can't make that up. I tried to pick this up. 8 of Wands, something's coming in. All right, an opportunity, something that's going to get you out the house. Very specifically, for those of you who are used to not being so social, not going out, hermit mode, you're not going to be in hermit mode by the end of this reading. You're a Pisces with a Gemini man. Cool. No way you're live again. Yeah, I'm going to be going live a few days a week. Feel free to click on the notification bell to know when I go live. We have High Priestess over here for readings, for mystery school teachings, and for deeper teachings and rituals. Feel free to go to the Patreon. You have mucho Aries in your chart. Oh my gosh. I have mucho Pisces. Mucho Pisces. And mucho 12th house. Oh my gosh, now everyone's singing Starter from the Bottom. Now we're here. You shouldn't mess with the black arts. I don't mess with the black arts. Wisdom is not black arts. I'm also a Scorpio rising. When your rising sign, what I've realized is anyone who has a Scorpio rising, they always have this like occultish signature where they just seem way more mysterious, or they just, Scorpio rising is mysterious, where it's just like, I want to get close, but then I don't, but then I do, but then I don't. That's a Scorpio rising, High Priestess. It's like, oh, I'm intrigued. Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah. Put in the comments below, what is your sun, moon, and rising? I want to know. Yeah. It's really nice to figure out what's in your chart. I do have a new service. It's a spiritual coaching service, but it also gives your soul blueprint. I'm also not using this to like tell you to book or anything, but it's so important with your soul blueprint of how you operate to like look into things like human design, actually decoding your astrology, where once I decoded my astrology chart, it allowed me to like hack my life. Your astrology chart, it reveals to you your weaknesses too, that you can transcend. So say for example, I have a Saturn 7th house, and that makes relationships restrictive and kind of harder. You don't have to accept that, right? You could work through the shadows of those placements. I have a lot of Pisces placements, and so I chose to work more in the Virgo energy to balance it out. Go check out your birth chart. An amazing app, this is not sponsored, but an amazing app is not CoStar, what's good too, but Astro Matrix. Astro Matrix you could download for free. They do have a paid option. And you will be able to decode your entire astrology chart. You could even look at your whole year in advance for you personally. So that would be an awesome option too, to dive deeper. I'm so sorry for the sniffles. I have Lilith bugging all my houses. My Virgo is in Lilith. Oh my gosh. Do you have some sort of Lilith placement with all of your other houses? Pisces rising. I love it. Pisces sun, Libra moon, Pisces rising. I have a Libra Mars. I love Pisces risings too. Let's see. Wisdom is not black art. I love that quote. You're amazing. You're amazing. Thank you for being here. A lot of people get, we think of the witch trials. Many of them were persecuted from just simply knowing. They didn't do anything. They just knew. They didn't do it. They didn't pick up candles. They didn't curse anyone. They didn't do anything. But they knew too much. And that's what led to a lot of persecutions, is people who know too much. Why do we have the Hermit card in reverse here for the future placement for the chosen ones? No action needed, wealth and luxury. Why the Hermit card? Ooh, the Star card. I told you, you're going to have to pop out. You are going to have to pop out. The Star card over here, okay? You are shining. Hermit card in reverse. Star card. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, okay? For this miracle portal, this 12-12 portal, which you could still tap into today. Feel free to join the Patreon. We have a guided meditation and some practices on there too. Oh, by the end of this reading, when I tell you you're having a timeline jump, for those of you that are used to hermit mode, you're going to have to get used to getting out a little bit more, showing yourself a little bit more, taking up a little bit more space, because there's opportunities coming in for you. All right. Now, why the Hermit card in reverse here? Hermit card in reverse, Tower card, Judgment, High Priestess, the Star card. There's a need to get ready for something you don't quite see. And that's why it says no action needed, wealth and luxury, your devotions recognized. You have an amazing, number one, the quality of your life is changing. And that's why I asked everyone in the chat, put in the comments below, what is your definition of luxury? You are shifting into a luxurious life. But again, it has nothing to do with material. Luxury, at least to me, can be very tantric. It's very rich. But again, in energy, it's slow. The nervous system is calm. It's ease, like an ease of life. And so that's what I'm seeing over here. There's some sort of judgment upon your life. Some of you need to hear these words that are going to be channeled. God has like approved of you. You are trusted in some sort of higher authority, some sort of higher position. So yes, your life's being upgraded. On a spiritual level, you are being upgraded as well as far as authority. There's a trust in you, but this is coming from your spirit team and God. And you have twice your devotions recognized, and then Krishna, your devotions recognized. And the card, yes. You know, we spoke of yesterday, I forget where it was, whether it was like one of the readings or in Patreon. Oh, it was about King Solomon, the trust in your spiritual gifts, right? But more of, it's like that Saturn energy too. Your spirit team, the universe, God is like, oh, I trust that person for the next level. They're going to do, they're going to use these opportunities, the abundance, whatever this is, wisely. For God, for God's will, for your soul mission, whatever that means for you. And so that's what I'm seeing here. Like for some of you, you're being crowned. We have Tower card, Judgment, and the High Priestess. We have the crowd over here, Judgment, High Priestess. You're being declared as like High Priest or Priestess. I feel like this has a lot to do with your spiritual authority as well. Whatever this is, you are entrusted to receive it. And again, I mean, what I'm seeing, right? Hermit card with this, Hermit card in reverse rather. For those of you who are used to hermit mode, not so social, we got the Star card to clarify. You better get used to stepping out the house or taking up more space, even if it's not outside of your house. Taking up more space in general, being confident, saying yes to opportunities, to experiences, because they're coming in for you. Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands over here. All right, so yeah, you've been getting ready for something that you don't quite see. But your devotions recognize, and I will say there's so much coming in for you, a whole new quality of life. Now, what is the advice for this reading for the chosen ones? What is the advice? There is a person here. It's just a friend. You say you're just a friend. But no, seriously, this person seems like just a friend. Why do we have the Lovers card and the Three of Cups? Why the Lovers card and the Three of Cups? You're moving forward. Probably without this person, Death card. 12-12 portal is also very clearing. Sometimes spirit will remove who needs to be removed for all of this to come in. I do see Lovers card. We have Three of Cups. This could be a friend. Why Seven of Swords here for this friend? It's a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and you're going to be releasing them and moving forward. So all of this is happening for you. You are moving forward. There may still be cleansings in your life, like relationships. There's a lot of ascension symptoms, for this portal as well. Oh, sure, I'm going through the sniffles for this portal, releasing them. You could hold on to grief, old energy, things like that. But what we see, again, is amazing opportunities. I do see a release of a relationship. I mean, just remember it's the year of 9. So until this year is out, what needs to be released is going to be purged. And you have a whole new quality of life that's coming in for you. There's no action needed for the wealth and luxury that's coming in for you. All right, that's what I have for you. I hope that it resonates in a positive way. Understanding my communication issues with my Gemini. Now, when you said that too, I will say every Pisces and Gemini relationship I have ever seen, there's never not one that I didn't see this communication. Maybe the name Joseph means something to you. I'm getting the name Joseph on my phone. Let's see. Oh yeah, Gemini and Pisces, where Geminis are so logical. Geminis are ruled by Mercury. It's ruled by air. And especially if they're a Gemini, because, if they're a Gemini that has a lot of Pisces in the chart, you probably, understand. If they don't have a lot of Pisces, what I find, and again, it's just observing, Pisces and Geminis, they tend to not meet eye to eye, and so, finding what works in the middle, right? Like honoring his logic. And there's a balance of yeah, but sometimes you don't need the logic. Like the things I say, they actually happen or they're valid, and so finding that in between, of the intuition, the spiritual, the feelings, just feeling, intuition, and the logic. Pisces rising, awesome. Yes, I love peppermint oil. Camphor too, but the natural camphor, not always the Vicks, which camphor can be used on a spiritual level too. If you burn camphor, which camphor is what you find in Vicks, that you put under your nose, and everywhere else, it is spiritual. You could put camphor in water, or you could boil it to cleanse and to clear. Jai Ma Kali Ma, thank you for being here. Hawthorne. Do you mean Hathor? I think Lilith and Hawthorne are all up in my spiritual team. Do you mean Hathor or Hawthorne? I don't know a Hawthorne, but I think you are talking about Hathor. Do you think it's possible that printing new money causes inflation? If you want my true answer of why I think there's inflation, I think it's the law of correspondence, where it sucks, but it forces all human beings to go within. If the price of things are going up more and more, it adjusts our focus, right? It opens the third eye. And so inflation rising, people who are stuck and holding on to the material things, etc., it opens the third eye for everyone, which I think there will be balance there too. So there's definitely balance coming in for that. But I think that's overall doing too. It's ending consumerism. It's asking people we need to come back to the earth. When did we forget how to grow our own food? When did we forget how we can have some chickens, or this or that, or community shares, etc. Let's see. Yeah, no, then that's true. Luxury is a regulated nervous system. That's absolutely true. And I agree with that. Luxury is a feeling. It's a feeling that you get. Thank you, NY Debs. Yes, this is a collective reading. I'm going to get some oracle cards of, let's see, I'm reading the Elias. Thank you to the moderators. Thyroid cancer and MS, and I feel good, really good. Good. I used to have hyperthyroid, and we brought that to a balance. I'm sending so much love, and luxury too is like health, so I'm sending so much love to you. Gemini is my enemy. Geminis, they're very logical, but like, just like, that's how a lot of Geminis feel to me. Not all. If they have more Pisces in the chart, maybe it's a little bit less, but as soon as someone says, I don't mesh well as a Pisces with air signs. Capricorns don't tend to understand me. I have no Capricorn in my chart anyway, but it's Capricorns that I think get the most frustrated with me. And it never works, but Capricorns get very frustrated with me. I have no Capricorn in my chart. Capricorn is my 4th house, but no signs of Capricorn anywhere in sight. Ra, yes. Oh, so you were talking about Hathor. Yes, Ra over here. All right, let's get some cards to close out this miracle portal. I wanted to get back to the comments over here. If this is not a spell casting channel. Thank you, NY Debs. No, I mean, spelling out words, right? Spell. When we spell out words, it's enough. If we speak, the mind, everything starts with thought and belief, right? The law of mentalism. Did someone say that I'm a spellcasting channel? That's funny. Yes, I actually work a lot with the blue ray of light. So the blue ray of light is the ray of creation. It's the ray of joy. It's the ray of God's will, right? Of truth, like beyond galactic truth. So beyond of like what we are all arguing about as like truth, that's the cosmic blue ray of light. So that's why it's also called Blue Rose Temple. There goes Blue Ray, Archangel Michael over here. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. So Archangel Michael is an ascended master of the blue ray of light over here. So he's one of them. Yes, I'm clearly very esoteric, very mystery school. I don't believe in taking people's free will. I do not consent to that. I do not agree with that publicly. My bro's a Capricorn sun and Virgo moon. Oh, that's a lot of earth. Yeah, they're very much like, I have to see it to believe it if they have that much earth too. Love you too, spiritual sister. I have Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Saturn. Cappy, so happy to know my chart. Awesome. All right. Yeah, feel free to put your comments or questions or comments in the comments below. If you have any questions on anything mystery school, spirituality, we're going to be getting in some cards to close out the reading for the miracle portal. Listen, some of you better get used to or ready to take up space, to get out of the house. You have opportunities, wealth, and prosperity on the way to you. All right. You're so special. I love you more. Farouk Umar. I like that name. All right. Now, what do we have for the chosen ones on this 12-12 portal? What is final advice for this 12-12 portal? Mary Magdalene, the teacher awakens. Dharma. What do we have for this 12-12 portal? Yeah, increased awareness. You know, this, I'm going to take these 3 cards. And experiencing grace, confirmation. Your life is being upgraded through the power of grace, of the grace and the compassion, the love of God, source intelligence. All right, we do have these 3 themes that are coming up for this miracle portal for 12-12. One of them is like spiritual evolution, spiritual mastery, and rising in spiritual authority. Mary Magdalene, the teacher awakens. If you have something important to share, follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. So this is also just confirmation of reclaiming your authenticity, your truth, your voice, right? For this 12-12 portal that has everything to do with releasing energy that no longer serves you and coming into your authenticity and all of your higher timelines. And then we do have Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. You know, this 12-12 portal, it's the ringing of the ears, right? It is the ringing of the ears. It's the ascension symptoms. Like I'm even having right now 2 of my little sniffles. That the second I woke up on 12/12, just all of the sniffles were coming through. And mucus is associated with grief, old emotions, etc. So for some of you, you may even be feeling it in the body. Just pay attention to what's coming up. This portal it is manifestation. It's also a lot of surrender. Just surrendering what no longer serves you. Also surrendering to God, to higher self, to source, to these downloads and these activations that are coming through. And then we do have Radha, soul flame, rediscovering a lost part of yourself, experiencing relationship harmony and healing. So there may be things coming up in relationships and even with yourself over here for this portal as well. All right, and what are some more final messages for this 12/12 miracle portal? You are the co-creator. We've got Jesus over here. So beautiful energy, Mary Magdalene and Jesus in the same reading here. Have patience through any hostilities that you're moving through. Remember that in this reading, we had your devotion is recognized twice. You may be moving through hostilities, through blockages, through obstacles, whether that be within or without. You're being crowned over here. Okay, we think of initiation, right? Life is mystery school, and we're always being initiated. You're having an upgrade in life, and that's from some sort of spiritual crowning. Okay, so some of you can resonate that you have been spiritually crowned over here. Now, I will say, there's a little bit of envy. I don't know why. We'll see. And we do have Magician in the mirror, so let's just see what this envy is. Magician in the mirror, what this card is saying is, the world is your mirror. So go out there and co-create. Get into that magician energy for this miracle portal, for the 12/12 portal. Get to scripting, get to visualizing. Now, why do we have envy here? Why do we have envy here? Wheel of Fortune. This could have to do with a partner or with family. Who is envying the collective? Who is envying the collective? There's almost like an energy here of, not get used to it, but there is envy here of like your crowning. So for some of you that can just resonate where you're having an upgrade in life. Don't pay attention to the extra noise. You worked for this. Okay, we got so many cards here of your devotions recognized, this, and that. We went through the whole reading, seeing everything you've went through to jump timelines. If there's any envy about, and it's interesting, it's about your wealth, prosperity, your success, but even your spiritual journey and your spiritual connection. Look at this. 6 of Wands, success for envy. 9 of Pentacles, this is abundance. But even your spirituality. And that's the thing about envy. And I know envy and jealousy are two different things. It's being mindful of who we envy or who we're jealous of, right? You don't know what that person went through for an improved quality of life. You don't know what that person went through for the blessings that they have. 555, as I'm saying this in the chat, so the number 555 can resonate with you. But that's actually what's showing in this reading is, yes, there's envy there. However, it's just a side energy. And even in all our tarot readings, we're no longer reading of like, oh my God, they're sending you envy, evil eye. They always do, right? Anything that is shining brightly, you're going to attract it. And so just how do we transmute it? How do we navigate it and give it absolutely no power? All right. And that's what I'm seeing here. You're not giving it any power. Like, patience, hostilities, everything you went through for this crowning, the spiritual crowning over here. Again, life is the mystery school. You're the initiate. For this 12/12 portal, you're being crowned. When it comes to the envy, the evil eyes, giving it no power at all whatsoever. So, maybe it's already in your life. Maybe it will come, but giving it no power. You work so hard for what you have. And there's that quote of be careful of the shoes that you either walk in or can't walk in, right? So they maybe want to wear your shoes. Chosen one. Chosen one shoes are very hard to fit into. And they're very specifically made for each person, right? Unique soul blueprint. What one person can handle or go through, it doesn't look the same. It's not experienced the same through someone else. So there's a message here, but more of what to other people when it comes to you. Be very careful of the people that you envy or that you're jealous of. You don't know what they've been through to shine brightly. You know, you don't know what initiation someone went through for the crowning. And I almost just want to say that, you know. And it's here, but, you know, you are the magician over here, magician in the mirror. You co-created it. And it's more of, you know, like you're an inspiration. These people, it's shifting perspective. For anyone who's ever dealt with envy or evil eye, it never holds any power, ever, over you. Alchemize, transmute, and 555 again in the chat here, where it's like shifting perspective to this person's inspired by me and they don't even know it, right? So it's like I envy them, evil eye. No, it's inspiration, really, or truly. And that's what I'm seeing here, you know, where you don't have to give it any power, because it's something they can have. Anything that anyone has, it's not something you can't have. But also, like, what someone has, it doesn't mean that you can have it. Does that make sense? Say abundance and say wealth and luxury, right? This reading was wealth and luxury. That looks different on each person. A farmer, someone living in a penthouse, right? Maybe a stay-at-home mom that finds abundance in cooking every day, you know, in their children and all the abundance of the love at home. There will be people who live in penthouses. There will be people who live on a farm and there's an abundance of vegetation, of love. And I'm sorry, I know a lot of farmers. Farming costs a lot of money to even do it, you know. And so that's what I'm seeing here. So interested, closing off on that note too. What are final messages for this 12/12 miracle portal? Fertility over here. Egypt, reward for hard work, period. Okay, you are getting a reward for your hard work. It's coming in through the grace and through the compassion of God. You've already done the work. Thank you, Derek. I'm sending you so much love. Derek means 5097. I have watched many of your videos. I apologize so much for the sniffles, y'all. This is my 12/12 portal. We are clearing out on a cellular level. I've watched many of your videos and never said anything, but today feels like I can share, never knowing you would be so knowledgeable about the blue ray. It's beautiful to find a good frequency. Blessings. Yeah, thank you for being here, Leona333. Yeah, we're Blue Rose Temple. You know, it's not just a random name of like Blue Rose Temple. Even the Blue Rose Order comes from the blue cosmic ray of light. So it's a ray of light that I'm very devoted to, like my entire life. And Yeshua is even a part of the blue cosmic ray of light. But I'm devoted to the cosmic blue ray of light for the rest of my life. I'm a cosmic blue soul. Remember when I was little, my mom, she used to tell me that I would bleed blue. That whenever, you know, you get like the shots from like, you know, they take out your blood at the doctor's office when I was a kid, so I wouldn't be scared. She's like, well, Jocelyn, your blood is blue. And then it wasn't. I would look and it actually wasn't blue. But yeah, you know, I think it's important for us to not just come online and talk about certain, I mean, we can, right? There's the freedom of speech, and, you know, but we should be intentional and conscious. I think that's more of what I mean. Being intentional and conscious, you know, so not just like, for example, 144 Blue Rose Temple is not just a random name and this and that. You know, it's like years of research and devotion and connecting with the ascended masters of the cosmic blue ray, of the Blue Rose Order, Sarah La Kali, you know, and all of that. I think we should all be very intentional and conscious, you know, with things that we do. And that looks different for everyone. Yes, and why? We're all happy to have Leona surrender the past. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, go to the Patreon Blue Rose Mystery School. Maybe I'll have to focus on the cosmic blue ray of light next week and how to connect with it. I'm from Africa, living in Brazil. Ooh, I love that. I have a lot to share with you, Queen. Yes, email me. Feel free to email me. Let's go home 7777. So it's 4 7s at gmail.com. Thank you. How to close out this portal. So closing out this portal, and today would be the day to do it, today or tomorrow. Probably more today to like really tap into that 12/12 energy. You know, you can do which it's on the Patreon, Blue Rose Mystery School, but you can do like a scripting ritual where you release what you want to, writing down rather what you want to release emotionally, maybe mentally, blockages, obstacles, things like that. So you could do that. You could burn it. You could put it in the earth, you know, like burying it. But burning it's a nice way to like just imagining that alchemy of fire, burning away all that no longer serves you. And then scripting out the new life. You know, you could do that in prayer. You could do that with a candle ritual. You could even just do it in a journal. But a beautiful release, prayer or ritual, or even again, just scripting and writing. And then one of the new life would be awesome for the 1212 portal. Yeah, family is so creepy right now. I hope it fixes itself. Yeah. There's been deep ancestral healing in the collective. Oh yeah, absolutely. Even if you stay in your lane, people still project upon you. Yeah, you know, and that's why it's just remaining grounded and rooted. And I had this conversation, wasn't it? It was actually this morning. Have the discernment to know who has come in just to argue with you. Have the discernment of someone who has absolutely no intention of shifting their perspective. They're just coming in to have an opposite perspective. And is it worth it to go into a conversation or whatever it is, like a dynamic where this person is very, very set and they're just, you know, they don't have any intentions of seeing a different perspective anyway. You know, as soon as I say that, probably at least like 70 geese flying. That's a lot of geese. The whole sky is full of geese. You can hear it. Confirmation. Things are changing. Things are happening. Things are coming. Yeah, it seems like again that there's been a lot coming up with like the ancestors, things like family, etc. You know, and it's a balance of, you know, you go to family, you know, the triggers are, you know, sometimes those triggers point to areas to heal. But again, the discernment of this person is incapable of change. This person's incapable of seeing a different perspective. But even when it comes to family, sometimes, you know, anyone in your life, have the discernment of who is capable of change, you know, and that's just who they are. And if that's just who they are, it's just creating healthy boundaries, you know, like say, for example, with family in life. Type shit. Elite. Elite. Elite type shit. Yeah, and even so, for example, with Destiny Swap, I actually read a post yesterday that said never feed into Destiny Swap. And that's also what I say, never feed into it. It is absolutely, and not that it's impossible, right? Because like things happen all the time, but it's a spiritual crime to Destiny Swap. You never interfere with anyone's soul destiny. Like that is in ancient cultures, you know, and that's why we have the ancient ones, right? That remember our ancient prophecies, our ancient teachings and cultures, etc. Like I'm someone that I never fear Destiny Swap. You know, like there's an account like that a bunch of people are trying to report even here on YouTube, on TikTok, that has all of my videos in my face pretending to be me with 16,000 followers. You know, it never prospers, ever. There's huge, huge karma for anyone who ever tries to Destiny Swap. And so it's a little bit of the let them theory, because also if someone's trying to Destiny Swap, they want you to be in the energy of fear. But when you're not in the energy of fear, again, it's like knowing thyself, knowing thy truth. I remember seeing someone, I'm not really anyone who comments on other like people, like I'm just a mind my business kind of gal, you know. It was maybe 4 years ago, I saw someone posting, hey, I'm selling spells to protect your Akashic records. You do not need a spell, and don't ever pay for a spell to protect your Akashic records. I could see different things or rituals or this or that, but never, ever pay for something like that where your Akashic records are already protected. If someone were to try to go in, that's not good. That is not good. Now, I am an Akashic Records practitioner for many years now, and it's been a natural gift of mine since a child. But that's something that like I've always known too. You do not go into anyone's Akashic Records without consent. And it's just like honoring the truth and that belief of like, oh God, like, you know, it's more of a let them theory of like, oh, you even tried to? I've never seen it fully prosper. Now, again, if you're in the energy, and this is how, like sometimes those spiritual, you know, the black magicians and the spiritual attacks, they want you to be in the energy of fear. And so you don't come into the energy of fear. You stay remained and really rooted in love. You know, I'm not scared of that. I'm not fearing that. It never prospers. You know, but yeah, there's as far as destiny swap, a whole lot of, I don't want to say karma. I'm not like that kind of person either, but it's like a spiritual crime, you know? And so the way that I approach it is like, whoa, like you're committing one of the biggest spiritual crimes, destiny swap. You know, and again, it just never prospers. Like you see that it doesn't. Yeah, you can eat, yes, yep, you can block destiny swaps and not allow them. Aries can be tamed by ignoring them. That is so funny. That's a funny one. Elias, want versus need, yeah. So is there no way out of this portal? Oh, we're just moving through it. We're just swimming through the 1212 portal. Rich in spirit is a form of wealth too. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. You know, there's a lot of broke, rich people. Like, I've just met people that have a lot of money, but just like, there's nothing there. You know, like there's a lack of emotional intelligence of this, of that. You know, where it's just like, it means nothing. It's not a, you know, it doesn't draw in. Like, again, wealth and luxury is an energy. And so it doesn't matter what you have, you know. That's not going to draw the right people in, maybe, of what you want to be drawn in towards you. You want someone who wants you for your energy. And maybe you got both. Maybe your energy is wealthy and luxurious. Maybe you do have material wealth and luxury. But at the end of the day, it's having the energy inside that matches that. Are there bad zodiac signs? No, there's no bad zodiac signs. Ryan, do you want a hug? Ryan says, I want to hug. Ryan Shapiro, 8259. A telepathic hug. Yeah, they're bad people. It really doesn't matter what sign. Yeah, there's a shadow trait to each and every sign. So there's a bad quality to every single sign that exists. I'm excited to learn more about myself spiritually. Yes, I love it. The Fool's Journey, the never ending. Be grateful for what you have. Yeah, that's a good start. Exactly, NY Debs. You know, it's being grateful for what you have is the foundation. Gratitude is the foundation of everything. 144, there's a lot of meanings to 144. So there's like 144, you know, in the Bible. And Hinduism, when 144,000 petals have opened, the crown becomes one with the Supreme Soul, with God. You know, we think of the 12 strands of DNA. 12 times 12 is 144. So there's so much that goes into the number 144. Pisces don't argue. We just shut the door. Yeah, Pisces don't like to argue. We're so mutable. Pisces are a mutable sign. It's like, why are we arguing? Can we just create? I love burning my written releases as well as my intentions. Yes, the element of fire. You could feel it too. Like when you're working with that element, you feel it. Earth is a little bit slower. You know, there's water that's a little bit calmer. It's good for renewal, for cleansing. There's air. Have you ever taken the Myers-Briggs personality test? Yes, I forgot what it is, but yes, I have taken it. I'm just forgetting what my result was. Are you talking about like the ENFJ? You know what's funny? Speaking of, hey everyone, Pisces, we were talking about that Saturn and Pisces. After the Saturn and Pisces transit, so 3 years ago, I was an ENFJ. I am now an ENFT. That Saturn and Pisces has increased my logic and discipline and all of that. I went from ENFJ to ENFT, where I'm like, oh wow, that Saturn and Pisces did a number on me. illusions revealed and released. It's like you are person, you are your, if you are neurodivergent, it's like you are personality on steroids, or aspects of your personality are abstract. Yeah, I love that. I love you too, Tony. Yes, neurodivergent, neurospicy. Yeah, sometimes we get a little bit of trolls in the comments. It's okay. It's an open internet. I release control. I love that. There's authentic fear and then there's anxiety. There's a distinction between the two, yes. And that's why it's so important for us to heal ourselves, right? Where our nervous system, we think of the root chakra, right? The root chakra is the root of safety. It's also the root of fear. And so, say for example, you've been betrayed a lot, right? And say, for example, someone's not answering you. Let's see. Yeah, like say, let's just use the example, oh my gosh, they haven't answered me for 5 hours. Do they still like me or this or that? You know, say in the past, people play games with you. People ghost you. People don't answer you. Is it truly fear? Are they really doing anything? You know, or is that fear coming from the past of like, you know, people haven't answered me before in the past and then they leave me. Feeling safe and secure, right? There's authentic fear where it's just like, hey, that man down the street, he's holding a weapon and you should be scared. You know, like you should have authentic fear if you're on a roller coaster and the seatbelt comes off, right? And then there's anxiety, false evidence appearing real, where it's not true fear. It's like, well, I've experienced this before and this situation looks just like it. And so this feeling from the past is coming up, but it's not a true fear, right? Like say, for example, the not answering thing. I was on the other side of that. Maybe 2 months ago, right? I didn't answer someone for 5 hours and they sent me this long message where I was just like, whoa, what the heck? Number one, who hurt you? And then two, like I wasn't doing it. Like I was in a session for 2.5 hours and then I took a shower and then I made dinner. But the way they came at me was from their past and what they experienced. But I was just like, whoa, what is this? You know? And so there's definitely a difference between authentic fear. Fear is a tool, and fear is going to tell you of what not to do, right? Of just like, oh, I'm feeling that energy, but it's like an energy of just like, oh, something bad can happen, right? And then there's anxiety where it's not true fear, right? It's fear from the past. That's not necessarily true. And again, though, that's why it's so important for us to heal our nervous system, right? Like in yesterday's reading, rather, I said, excitement can be chaos in disguise, right? In our nervous system, we could feel excited about something. Oh, they give me the butterflies. No, that's your nervous system telling you something. You know, you weren't getting butterflies. And so it's so important just to do that healing, right? So that our inner compass knows what is true and what is not. Did I go to the Tool concert? What is the Tool concert? What is the Tool band? I look like an Egyptian queen. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I love ancient Egypt, ancient Kemet. Hi, Iris Love. Thank you for being here, Iris. I always love having you here and seeing your messages. Go with the flow. Love that. I want to flutter in public and spread some of my love and light. Yes, just do it. Go galloping. What is it? Frolicking. Go frolicking down the street, sending all of your love and light to your neighbors, and then tell me what they say. But that's what the reading said. The reading said, some of you, hey, you're not going to be in hermit mode anymore. You have opportunities. You are about to leave the house. Get ready to leave the house. Get ready to be out there. Get ready to maybe take up space, whatever it may be. I'm a Virgo, sensitive, but don't cross me. Yes, Virgos. Yes, Pisces do not like to argue. We are mutable signs. We do not like to argue, especially when you have a Mars placement that's also an immutable sign. Like my Mars is in Libra in the 12th house. Like, why can't we just see all sides and just move forward? Like I'm someone that that probably is the Libra Mars, which feel free to put in the comments below, where is your Mars? Your Mars determines how you deal with conflict. My Mars is in Libra in the 12th house. I would much rather see all areas of a situation. I could easily say that I'm not right and just move forward, you know, like I don't feel like I have to defend a thought or belief. What is a thought or belief? That's my Pisces mutable self with a Mars in Libra. I'm like, well, what is thought and belief anyway? Why are we even in this conversation? Are we both holding on to thoughts and beliefs too strongly? Too mutable. Let's see. I love that. Let's see. I like your face. Thank you. Yeah, and sometimes anxiety could pop up for no reason, especially in a world of today. You know, I think that everyone's nervous, not even I think, this is the year of the root chakra. Everybody's nervous system is being triggered by the world. Inflation, the news, relationships, this, that. It's really asking us to come home to the heart, you know? How much is the outer reality in our world going to trigger us until we all come home to the heart, you know? Am I a real woman? I had a child, so yes. I was one at birth. I'm Pisces and Aquarius cusp. What does that mean? You can have qualities of both Aquarius and of Pisces. So you can probably just have both, you know, for any of those, if you're on a cusp, you have the qualities of both of those sides. Yes, the Schumann resonance. I used to say Renaissance, the Schumann resonance. Take up space, everyone. Take up space. They look at me like I'm a delicate, special person. Oh, Leo with Scorpio rising. That's a lot of power. And you have a Mars in Leo. Okay. That's a lot of power right there. Or can be. Yeah, I stay away from arguing. Just to me, like again, I'm too mutable. I have a lot of mutable placements in my whole chart. Is it two Libra? One Libra. A lot of Pisces, a lot of 12th house. Almost my whole chart is like ruled by Venus. I'm just like, well, it's okay. It doesn't matter. And then there's the Aries of like, Pisces versus an Aries. Now, Aries are ruled by Mars, so that makes a lot of sense. God is the one truth and the only truth. I medicate for anxiety. What do you medicate with? Dirk Macau, thank you for being here. I love that. I'm a walking God in human form. Yes. You are protected. Yes. Snap, snap to that. ADHD, Cancer, 12-year-old son. I have a 6-year-old son. He's an Aries. And he is very neurodivergent. He has mild autism. He also has hyperactivity, ADHD, inattentive. I'm very shamanic. But I've also, I was an administrative director of a mental health facility. So I see two sides, you know, so I can see the Western side, but I also see the shamanic side where I'm just like, well, he's also just more open, and it's making him, you know, or anyone say that's very neurodivergent. You know, I know nothing. I'm not a medical doctor. I know nothing. I believe people who have autism or are like neurodivergent, things like that. And I learned this actually from shamans and gurus in my shamanic work. Their brain, you know, it's chemically differently. They are more open to more of the realms. They are more sensitive. And so symptoms of like oversensory, right? Like even when I'm neurodivergent, when I was a kid, and we don't actually really see it in the readings. There's only one reading in 5 years that I did it in the middle of the reading, only one, where when I'm channeling, I'm focused, but I move my hands like this or like this. And that's, you know, again, when anyone who has like, you know, autism, neurodivergency, the little tics, the sensories, all of those things is that you might be picking up on energy more, right? But not exactly knowing how to express it or this or that. Again, I'm not a medical doctor. I don't know anything at all whatsoever. But I think those who have, everyone's so special, but especially those who are neurodivergent or are autistic. Am I Muslim? I actually get that a lot. I have a lot of Muslim friends. I myself am not Muslim and I don't practice Islam, but I have a lot of, again, friends that are Muslim. And it's funny that they actually usually think that I am too, where I've been invited, to the synagogues, and I've practiced with them with respect and reverence, but I myself am not Muslim. I have a lot of Muslim friends. Prescription and cannabis. Yeah, cannabis is a feminine spirit. And so just working with her consciously and intentionally, she is a feminine spirit and she can help with things like anxiety, etc. In other countries, they actually do fastings to approach like a cannabis ceremony. So they approach it like any other ceremony. There's more Rose, my Pluto. There's more Rose. My Pluto's in Scorpio. Oh. You can see my face. I don't know if you're new here. For anyone who is not new here, I cannot hide my face. And I'm reading this person's birth chart. So they have Sun in Leo. Did you say Scorpio rising? Something like that? Or Leo rising. But Pluto and Scorpio too? No, it's a Leo Mars and Scorpio rising, I think. Pluto in Scorpio, Jupiter in Aquarius, Mercury in Leo. That's a powerhouse chart. You have a lot of power to like wield on your journey. It's a beautiful placements though. I'm ADHD, Asperger's syndrome. Yeah, well, thank you for being here. You are so special. You are in tune in ways that people cannot see. And so we just give you all of those coins. For again, like all of the coins, all of the love, in the seen and in the unseen. My son has Asperger's as well. And it's creating your own reality. So I'm someone who is neurodivergent. I have a 6-year-old with Asperger's and with what they would call severe ADHD in an education system. And I think it's creating your own reality. We could say life is hard for someone like me, or reframing it to this world and this society was not designed for someone like me. This patriarchal worlds and societies are very, and I would say anyone, but especially someone would say any spectrum of autism or ADHD, you don't go like this. You follow your intuition without even realizing it. So say like Asperger's, ADHD. Again, I'm not a medical doctor. I don't know anything. We are just talking right now, but I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm a medicine woman. I was administrative director for a mental health facility for some time, and I helped to open it. And so just seeing it from both perspectives, it's creating a reality that works for you. So like for me, or say for my son, or for you, or anyone else watching this, maybe we don't operate best like this. So creating a life where there's leeway and room, to hyper-focus on what you're called to, right? Focus on the things that you're called to honor all of your sensitivity, all of your sensory, etc. Where if anyone at all, say watching this today, feels like this world was not meant for them, it's because you're here to create your own reality of what is in alignment with you. The only thing that balances this entire energy is the Pisces moon. Yes, don't let the labels define you. Yes, it's a balance of all of that. They sent me to special education as a child. Yes, I agree with you. I do agree with you. They need to teach people like us differently. Absolutely, because I've seen it in my own child's life, and maybe I'll write a book on that one too, of being an advocate in this education system for years now, which I've never actually spoken publicly of all that, of what I've been going through for a few years, but I've been going through it with this education system. and telling this education system in 5 different schools of like, hey, this system does not work. Oh my gosh, just the comment that I saw, I'm going to delete it, but I can't even say that out loud. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes. Feel free to go. You can email me. Let's go home 7777. So it's 4 7s at gmail.com. You can also contact me at 144bluerosetemple.com where there's a chat option and you could book a session for Akashic Records to go over your astrology chart, whatever resonates. Ah, I love that. I used to work in behavior therapy. Yeah, I was a part of opening up a mental health facility that also offered Reiki. Unfortunately, a few years ago, the person that I opened it with, they are like older. They're maybe 30, almost 30 years older than me. They ended up getting cancer and getting very sick. And so the other therapists kind of took over and kind of went their own different ways to continue it, etc. My boy's amazing. Don't want to change him. Yes. I love that. We're all here to parent in the way that they best need, right? Not from the ego, but from the soul. Thank you for being here. My ideal sign is Virgo, Aquarius, Libra, or Pisces. Anything overly intelligent is my weakness. What do you mean by anything overly intelligent is my weakness? In a good way or like in a bad way weakness? Can you read me? Yes, Black. Nice to have you here. Thanks. You are an amazing looking specimen. Well, just put me on a Petri dish. Why don't you? I was a biochemistry major. A Petri dish is like, when you get like the glass and you put like the cells on a Petri dish. This person said, you're an amazing looking specimen. Thank you from the Petri dish. It's okay. Cosmic goddess Koi Bliss is a goddess. That's what you are. The other comment still has me laughing. Hello, goddess. I love when people come into the, like, I've met in like offline and things like that, or I speak to offline. Our beautiful goddess over here. We got some funny comments. We're closing out our spiritual chat. We did a reading for the miracle frequency today for that 1212 portal. Beautiful things coming in, okay? And you better get ready to get out there. Taking up space by the end of the reading. Opportunities coming in. Abundance that you're attracting. My boy starts his new school Monday. That's great. My little one just started a new program that, when I tell you I fought 2 years for that program, I fought 2 years for that. Well, advocated, not fought. 2 years for that program. Time blindness with people like me is crazy. Yeah, let's see. In a good way. Yes, I like that. Let's see. Of you are protected. That's your username. Yeah, I love wisdom. Not anything like Gnostic, just wisdom, gnosis. I love gnosis. If we could just sit and talk and read all day, it would make me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Hello, Grace Hagel. What are my lives about? I do tarot readings on my lives. We did a tarot reading. And then we do also have our spiritual chats over here, bringing some goddess juice. Let's see. Topic. I am late. Sorry. Peace is luxury. Yes, peace is luxury. You are protected. Yes, you could go to 144bluerosetemple.com. You could book a either personal reading that's pre-recorded, or you can meet privately with me. That's going to be at 144bluerosetemple.com, or you can email me too. Work in the oil and gas industry. Yeah. Luxury is peace. Yes. An underrated luxury. All right. Yeah, and I'm reading Cosmic, our soul sister Trisma. in order to prepare our children. The system needs to change. The system needs transformation. Our system right now in education is very patriarchal, and so it just focuses on numbers. It focuses like not, on truly reaching each student, which I think it's so silly to think that one system would fit any student. We all have to conform to that. 777 in the chat as we say that. So I love how that's just coming up in this topic of conversation too. 1212 portal. I hope some miracles happen for all of you parents out there that are guiding and leading these starseeds, these beautiful rainbow children back home to their destined paths. And maybe miracles in the education system too. So I love how this came up. All right. Jesus is the truth. He is the truth, the way, and the life. All right. Let's get some final messages to close out this live today. All right. Put in the comments below. All areas of my life are upgraded. Not even upgrading. All areas of my life are upgraded. I am just ready to receive. What do we have as final messages for all the chosen ones for this 1212 miracle portal? What do we have for, and thank you for bearing with my sniffly nose, everyone. I love you. What do we have for the chosen ones for this miracle 1212 portal? Center, peace and harmony, and trust your destiny. So just that beautiful peace and balance. A balanced energy from the center embraces you physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Pressure, burdens, and fear finally dissipate. It is a desirable time to recharge. Listen to your inner voice and affirm your purpose in life. You are anchored. All right. Put it in the comments below. My soul destiny is anchored. For this 1212 portal for the chosen ones, believe in yourself. All right. Center, balance, peace, luxury. Believe in yourself. What is another message for this 1212 miracle portal? You are safe, right? We're talking all about that luxurious nervous system over here. You are safe. All right, so a lot of safety coming in both within and without. It is also safe to receive these upgrades and these miracles in your life. Upgrading like a mofo. Yes, you are. All right, timeline jumping. What are some final messages for the chosen ones? I almost said timeline jumping. What are final messages for the chosen ones on this 1212 miracle portal? Ma'at. Ooh. Yes. We do have Ma'at. And so Ma'at in ancient Egypt, Kemet represents truth, justice, order. Angel of balance. We have Dorts of value, okay? Get ready for opportunities, wealth, abundance, luxury, prosperity to come your way. All right. And then remember this talk that we had about a luxurious nervous system in this chat. Remember that talk too. All right. You have so much coming your way. All right. All timelines. What I'm hearing is all timelines are balanced to your original, like say soul destiny, that original organic new earth timeline. All right. That's what I have for you. All areas of my life are upgraded. Not upgrading, they are upgraded. All right. All areas of my life are upgraded. I am open and ready to receive. It is so safe to receive all of this love, this wealth, the opportunities, the prosperity, the experiences that are in alignment with my highest timeline. It's safe to receive it. Yes, yes. Thank you for being here. All right. Well, I love this chat and this reading today. Thank you for being here. We're going to get in a Pisces reading tomorrow. Grateful for you. Go receive, girl. Yes, I'm going to go rest a little bit. And then we're all going to be receiving. I pray that you all receive and receive and receive this portal and moving forward. As always, just thank you for being here. But I will see you tomorrow for a Pisces reading and for an Ancient Souls reading. All right. Bye for now.